They're some of the most desperate people on the planet, fleeing their war-torn homes, paying people smugglers their life savings to board ill-equipped boats in Indonesia for a risky journey they hope will lead to a better life. But in Australia, a country built on immigration, they're known as boat people, demonised as threats to national security who jump the queue of those legally applying for refugee status. In the working-class Western Sydney electorate of Lindsay, what to do with these asylum seekers is a hot election issue.
I reckon there's too many in Australia now. They should send them back to where they come from.
What do you think's the main concern?
Overpopulation, jobs being taken away from good Australian people.
It is a very, very bad thing at the moment because there's immigrants coming through here and everything. We don't need that. But our country needs to be safe.
When Julia Gillard won a vote within her Labor Party to become Prime Minister less than 2 months ago, she quickly took a Navy trip off Australia's northwest coast to boost her border security credentials. The member for Lindsay, David Bradbury, was by her side.
For many people it is an important issue. People want some reassurance that we are going to secure our borders and that we are going to maintain a fair and an orderly system of processing when it comes to our migration program.
Refugees became an election issue in 2001 when then Prime Minister John Howard mistakenly claimed asylum seekers had thrown their children into the sea to gain entry into Australia. His Conservative government then won wide support for blocking a Norwegian cargo ship carrying 400 stricken asylum seekers from entering Australian waters.
In that 2001 election, John Howard's Liberal Party recorded a 4% swing here in the seat of Lindsay. But the refugee issue was neutralised by Howard's opponent Kevin Rudd in 2007, who effectively switched the focus to rising interest rates and industrial relations, allowing his Labor Party to win both government and Lindsay.
Fast forward to 2010 and former Howard protégé and current opposition leader Tony Abbott is hitting the streets of Lindsay and the airwaves with a familiar message.
I will stop the boats.
More than 150 boats have arrived on Australia's coast since the Labor government took over. But Prime Minister Gillard says this amounts to less than 1.5% of all migrants. Still, it's enough for her to copy the old Howard policy of opening refugee processing centres offshore and to defend the views of voters in Lindsay.
It's wrong to label people who have concerns about unauthorised arrivals as rednecks.
The fact Gillard is from the left of her centre-left Labor Party shows just how powerful this election issue has become. Dan Nolan, Al Jazeera, Penrith in Western Sydney.